what's up? It's me, Greg Gray, Dope Living TV, live. Let me get this thing out of my ear so I can hear you. There it is. Look, the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Hey, I want to throw a quick shout out to my friend, radio station on the Diamond Big. She informed me that Anthony Thomas, who used to sing with the Enchantment, Joby Thomas Enchantment, is now a member of the Shy Lights. All right, big step. Shy Lights are out there doing their thing. Shout out to Anthony Thomas. Congratulations, bruh. Diane, you were very visible in their presence, okay? Very visible in their rise, Joby Thomas Enchantment. So shout out to you as well. And looking for good things from Anthony Thomas. So shout out, bruh. I'm gonna call you later. All right, man. Look, we are talking today about, it's Relationship Day, Relationship Roundtable, and got a few questions got to ask. All right, shout out to my friend TJ Chester too, man. She's doing a series called 219. It's a positive movement. It's helping provide people with jobs in the entertainment industry. So help out, man. She got a TJ Chester. She's got a page. Go there, donate, do what you got to do. All right, help her out. That's what we do. We support really hard. All right, let me roll my sleeves up because when everybody else come on, it's going to get real. Get real. Get ready, get real. All right. Right off the bat, let me get my guy, Mo B, on there.
B.
Hey, man, you know what? I thought of something else too, man. Remember I was saying you was on the hood of a car with the woo-woos?
Oh man, you need to cut that out.
Hey,
I told my I told my wife about this. She died laughing.
she gonna really down this one, okay?
So I was showing the show. We was eating breakfast, and I was showing the show. She died laughing.
Here's another one you can tell her. So went to car wash, right?
I'm just gonna show her the damn film.
Went to a car wash, right? And the brushes wasn't working, right? So they had two members of the LGBTQ community.
Stop it.
With towels and shampoo.
Stop it. Ladies and gentlemen, these are just jokes.
Yeah, hey, Maurice, they were spinning around, okay? Like
stop it. You need to
one
cut
was
it out.
shampoo, the other one was the brushes. Anyway.
The visual. Oh man, that's too much. That's too much. You need to cut it out, bro.
Keep moving.
You need to cut it out. You need to cut it out. You're gonna start some snagger.
Yeah, I know they're gonna come at me, man. I'm gonna have to do a whole show apologizing. And when this show gets really, 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 really big, they're gonna come at me and say, "Greg said something on the show. We got the exact show where he said we were in the tower."
You know you're gonna get freaking trolled. When it gets big, they're gonna be coming out. Look at the show. Here's the show. Get the clip. Totally out of freaking context. You know how they go.
I already know how it goes. They're gonna get me now. But you know what? We're here at Dope Living TV Live. We reserve the right to speak and say whatever the hell we want to say.
When we want to say it.
We're sorry. It's not them. It's just me. So if y'all want me to just go in and
vent, Greg Gray,
gotta do it, man. Or you want me to just silence myself?
No,
I do that too. All right.
No,
but
no,
we ain't gonna do it today because it's working today.
That ain't right. That ain't the American way.
It's not the American way. Trying to slow down for these girls, okay? Because they're always late.
Look, man. I saw the prenup thing.
That was the first question.
Okay.
And you know. And I'm gonna answer that with a resounding
hell to the no.
I'm not gonna sign one, but she better sign one.
Hey, look, it depends.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna be honest with you. And the question, ladies and gentlemen,
hell no.
Would you sign a prenuptial agreement? What?
Freaking Nick Cannon's baby boy. died.
Yeah, he was dying. He had a brain tumor when he was little, but yeah, he died.
Shit,
You know, shout out to Nick Cannon. You know, our condolences. You know, our prayers are
man.
with you, bro. Yeah,
Damn,
hard to lose a child.
man.
Hard to lose a
He looked
child.
like he broke up about that too, man.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I don't know. You
Whew.
think about it, man. We got kids. You know, we got grown kids too. So
Yeah,
we got time invested in them. I know he's
I
devastated
can't.
with the young one, man. But think about it. What would happen if man, if I lost my
Man,
son,
I don't even know who say nothing like that, dude.
I'm going down there with him, man. I'm done.
Man,
Done deal.
that is too deep.
Yeah, it is, man. Again, we got our prayers go out to Nick Cannon and his family.
Real, that's
That is-
right. Yeah,
Let's get back to this.
prenup.
If
I was just looking at this other screen and I saw that and I was like,
yeah,
yeah.
would you sign a prenuptial agreement?
You know what? I'd rather not because I want to come with what I'd rather not. If she want all of it, she can have all of it. If I'm good enough to have it, shit, I can get it again. If
I
that's
think
what she came.
I think it's a safeguard for those people that are doing some fantastic things in their life. It's a safeguard, you know. You want to
Yeah,
make
but
sure, and you know, even if you sign a prenup, or if she signs a prenup, you can revoke that at some point. All right. Um,
I mean, you think about a Michael Jackson prenup or a freaking you know, think about this dude, what's his name that owns Amazon?
Bezos.
Yeah, that divorce was $500 million.
Okay, which should have been, you know, but
Yeah,
see,
well, she been there since he had dirt in his shoes. So I
okay,
mean,
but see, that's the thing. If she's been there, she helped me build up everything and this and that.
yeah.
Ain't no way in the world there needs to be a prenup. But if she came from the stripping pole and I'm in and I'm making this
And she
millions
want a
of
piece of
dollars,
the rock.
you know what I'm saying? And she
Yeah,
comes in and she pretending right off the bat, you know, because I can spot a fake in a minute. And she pretending like, you know, I'm down for you and this and that. Okay, oh, why don't you turn left? And I just contributed to the whole
right. Your
relationship. You
stripper
think
pole money.
yeah,
you put your $20,000 in stripper pole money on top of 200 million. I
exactly.
get it. I get it. I get
Exactly.
it.
Bring something
Yeah.
to the table. Then
and
that
you
table
and
leaves.
you want half of 200 million.
Yeah,
That ain't gonna happen.
exactly. Bring something to the table.
Yeah.
Because
That and that, and
I'm not
you
forgiving.
think about them people. Them chicks that married those old millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Dude he died with a smile on his face, but she died when she going. She got all in. I mean, she paid for it evidently, with her body. But I think about a lot of those girls running around here, ended up look to Andy
I'm
on the
just saying.
on a lot of them girls giving it up, just for the money.
Something strange for a piece of change.
Yeah.
Everybody say what's up to Gina.
Jada,
Hey, do I want to jump in on this conversation?
what's going on, sis?
Why not? Handle business.
we
Hold
was
on,
talking.
Andy. Call you later. What's up, Gina?
Hey,
Hey, so we asking. Gina's still crypt up. We gonna.
that's
Black
right.
crip at that.
That's right.
She got it. She got it to the other side though this time, man.
Yeah.
So Gina,
Gotta
real quick
change it up.
before we go back into the prenuptial question, I was telling Maurice, you know how I told you about Maurice being on the hood of a car with the.
I told you you
Siren
better
noise.
stop. You better stop.
So now,
GregGray.com. www.greggray.com.
I just thought about it, man. You know, you go to the car wash and the brushes don't work. You got two of them on each side, one with shampoo bottle, one with some towels. Okay,
Nigga.
around.
You making me lose it.
Don't let him talk about you like that, Maurice.
He talking about me. He talking about some the alphabet gang being car wash people.
Hey, look. If you own a car wash and you part of the alphabet gang, and your brushes don't work, you got to improvise. So you put two of your partners out there with some towels and some shampoo.
You hear what he said? See,
I'm not listening to him.
I didn't start this.
Gina, would
I'm
you
not listening
sign
to
or would you expect somebody to sign a prenup?
Would I do what?
Would you sign a prenuptial or expect someone to sign a prenuptial?
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
You would be opposed to what? Signing
Either
it?
way. Either way. I wouldn't be opposed to it either way.
Okay.
Oh, she went neutral.
Why?
She slipped that bad boy neutral.
Why?
Well, because if I wanted somebody to sign a prenup, I would expect them to sign it. So I have to do the same in return.
So, like I said, so you would accept a guy that's been on a stripper pole.
Leave what you brung.
And he coming in there being like, I know Gina got some loot. All right.
We're definitely signing a prenup.
I'm gonna do as nice as possible. So she won't tell
All
me.
you get is what you came with, that pole, and that thing you wrapped around the pole.
Maurice, that pole and that sweaty thong. That's what it is.
All right.
That's it.
That sweaty thong.
Take your 40 watts with you.
What's up, hey, Marcy? Hey, guys. What did I come in on?
They got wet stinking real quick, Gina.
Yep, and if he wants some extra, he can sop up that stuff that dripped out.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Gina?
There go your extra right there.
Oh, some dude wrapping his joint around the
pole. I heard that. She's
yeah.
Okay,
So
wait a minute.
Look, Marcy, I'm on your side again. I'm like, ooh.
Okay, something wrong. 2 days in a row, we are in agreement. Oh no.
Oh man.
I don't know. We have to give Gina her own little X-rated show.
Yeah.
She didn't get, and she graphic with it too. She drawing pictures.
She was pretty much.
She said, and she could take him and the thing he wrap around the pole,
and the extra sop it up.
And the extra okay, hey, Marcella, would you sign a prenuptial agreement or expect your future husband to sign a prenup?
Okay, I think would be yes for both, because it's in the best interest of the two of you. And this is the way I look at it. I'm a little bit older, and that means, so if I were to get married again, we have, if as an older couple, okay, let me not just me, as an older couple, you have already established a few things. You probably have children from a previous marriage or relationship. And so I just think it's best for everyone. It must be in writing, it must be notarized. And but also I think something that should be taken into account. Let's say the guy has a business already, or the woman, whoever has a business, and then you get married.
Yeah.
And so your new spouse comes in, but they come in jumping head first in helping in that business. So they now have some worth and value in that business. And I don't think that just because that business was already established, that they should just be, if there was a divorce, that they should be totally written out. So there should be something, I would think, some
like
type
a percentage.
Yes, some type of verbiage within that prenup. Also, regarding, let's say, if you get property or something of that nature, when the two of you are together, because let's say the woman is looking out for her possibly kids, the guy is looking out for his kids. So then you have to okay, well, I'm stepdaddy now, and I'm married to your mom now. Oops, sorry, she passed. Yes, I loved her, but I'm going to take everything because now I'm the husband. So and then as in my research, I looked at what about if there was a will, and from what I'm looking at, most states would look at the prenup. The prenup would trump the will. So you have to really.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you have to really be conscious of when you're going into a marriage, when you're doing a prenup. Don't just be all lovey-dovey. We love each other. Nothing will ever happen. Poop happens. Take into account what could go down, what can happen in the future. If you because like I said, in my research, it's showing that a prenup, most cases, will trump a will that you had.
Check this out.
So here's
This
the
is
thing,
a
Marco.
personal experience.
Here's the thing. People, stop entertaining relationships God don't have in store for you. Okay, you got to find you a person, man or woman, that got a plan. Okay, a person without a plan is a person without purpose to me. Okay, you find somebody who wants to be engaged with you totally. Plant seeds together so that when those seeds grow, when those seeds water and they grow, you can produce value with each other. You know what I mean?
So, but what if it's an older couple that because there's been a lot of divorces, people are unfortunately dying off. So when you're an older couple coming together, then
count the wrinkles and keep it moving. All right.
But Greg,
Well,
didn't you do a video of somebody saying that you need to find somebody that's on your level or
equally
willing
yoked.
to move up to your level?
right, willing to move up.
So that's going to make a. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jenny.
Maurice?
No, I'm saying that's going to make a difference, because if you get somebody that's way down, you way up here, and you got money and property and all kind of assets, and they have nothing, is it fair for them to get even 50% of what you had before they came into the relationship?
That's a good question. Go ahead, Maurice.
That's what I was
say what's up to Jeff
talking
first
about.
of all.
Personal experience.
Everybody say what's up to Jeff.
Jeff,
Hey,
what's happening, bro?
What's going on?
When my father passed, he had a pension from Ford, okay? And my stepmother was collecting it first. Then they stopped it and started sending it to my biological mother.
How many years were your parents married?
Over
13 years?
Yes, I was 13.
Okay, normally, but no, that's Social Security. Never mind. I was thinking of Social Security.
I'm thinking because now my stepmother's collecting, the Ford pension again because my mother's gone, and she's also collecting, whatever little Social Security or whatever the service, because he was in Air Force. He was a vet. So my whole thing was they started it giving it to my stepmother, who rightly deserved, because she was actually married longer.
It's not the matter of how long the marriage goes.
And also the 4 kids that are us. They were from my mother, my biological mother. So I'm thinking that had something to do with it as well, because he adopted 3 more kids, and they were just adopted. They weren't, they weren't her kids or nothing.
Okay, but we really,
still his kids though.
And I feel what Gina's saying also, and Jeff, want to get your ideas on this too. But sometimes the idea of a prenup kind of, for some people, it insults them. It makes them feel like, well, why would I do that?
But you love me.
Yes, if you love me, then you'll trust me. But things happen, and relationships.
It's marriage is also similar to a business contract, and I tell people all the time, it's just business.
That sounds like some pimp-ish.
That's something
pimp-ish.
Is marriage a business?
In a way,
kind of like. Think about it, a good deal and a bad deal, it could be one of the two.
And like Gina was saying, about if you up here and then you marry someone that's down here, but that's when I made my comment earlier, I said, but if that person that's down here enters into the marriage and jumps head first into the business and is in the business and working the business right along with you, that does to me bring value to that person.
Sure it does.
So that's why I was saying, that needs to be put also into the prenup. And there's just so many different scenarios.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't even think about a prenup if I met somebody and we were building together.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? If we're building together, then why would I want a prenup? Because we built this empire together. Even though I might have had a little bit more, or you may have had more, we still built this empire together.
I always thought about just what you was talking about. Like me and my wife, we had went into business. In Texas, we had a couple of businesses together in Texas. Before we got married, and to me, we were building it together. You know,
Mhm.
it was never nothing where I had to think about if I was going to take care of, you know, her kids or she was going to take care of mine. It was they are our kids.
Mhm.
You know. Hey, Ed.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I'll just put it up there.
He said, "I just put it out there."
Now, Carl, we got to say something. Now, Carl just talked yesterday, or was it yesterday, the day before yesterday, about his issues with Christmas. Now he's trying to get some more Christmas cheer.
That might be Angie. He's talking the one he was talking about yesterday. Maybe that's who.
Oh,
Maybe that's who he's trying to get a shout out to,
It ain't Angie.
wait a minute, hold on. It ain't that one. I think it's the chick
or
on
the other one.
that made a comment up here. Yeah,
Ain't
and
Angie
still
Tucker.
standing. Give a poll.
He said stop. Basically, he got nervous. Put the video
Stop.
up.
Oh, okay.
Stop it.
Angie's
We're gonna
still
stop
standing.
it. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop
Right
it.
now, stop.
Stop it, Greg. Stop it, Greg. I knew that's where he's going. I felt that coming.
No, Greg, stop it.
I
You
got
stop
it.
it. I'm laughing at what Carl said. Stop.
Stop it.
He changed. We knew what you was talking about, Carl. Hey, Jeff, what do you feel
All
about
in
that?
fun, Carl.
Oh man, y'all funny.
Yes, they are.
Jeff, what do you feel about the prenuptial situation?
Prenups can be something tricky, man. I agree with I believe it was Gina who said that if you came in with somebody and y'all at the same level, what would you need a prenup for? You know what I mean? Because y'all building together.
Right.
Now, if you do have a little bit more and it is yours, this is my personal opinion. Let's say if you have a big business and it is thriving, huge, and you want that to remain yours because that's something you built. And then I feel that in a sense I don't think that's fair for, let's say if this person or husband or wife did not come in and work the business, you know what I mean? They might have reaped the benefits of the business existing because that's in marriage. You know what I mean? They inherited that through the marriage. I don't think at times that it's fair that a person gets just straight half of that.
Oh no.
Right.
I don't think
No,
that
not
part
at
of
all.
it is fair, you know.
Well, like I said, like with the guy at Amazon, you know, his wife that he just divorced, she been there since he had dirt in his shoes. So I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
she get half. She done had
Yeah.
kids.
And
She
you
done
know,
put up
and
with
see
the
that
shit,
that's
you know,
where my
ish
point when
and
I
everything.
made, you know, and like Gina said, you mean a percentage or something of that nature, and that's why I was like, yeah, because let's say you have a $10 million business, and then the spouse comes in, and now it's a multi-billion-dollar business with
That's
that
my girl
person's
right there. Go ahead.
input. With that person's input, yes, they should. Like I said,
Did you get them
there
digits,
should be
man?
something within the prenup. I don't know how the verbiage should be, but yes, there should be something in that prenup, because if that person is helped build and take it to a whole nother level, yes, they should get something. I'm not saying just because, you know, this person's way up here, I've come in and I've helped, I worked in the office a couple of days or something of that nature, that I should automatically get 50%. You know, and that's why I
And
said
I'm gonna tell you, none of it, prenup, trust fund, none of it is ironclad.
Nope.
And it's not.
They find loopholes through all of that, prenups and everything.
And that's why you need to make sure you have
You
a
got a
very,
good
very
lawyer.
good attorney, separate attorneys.
They
And
ain't even the same freaking
comb through it. I would get
county.
like a second and third opinion as well.
But think about this, okay? And Jeff, I'm gonna let you finish your statement, okay? But think about this. This prenuptial agreement was put there for a reason, okay? Because people were getting over. You know, they were taking something that really did not. I don't care what you say, belong to them, or they didn't do anything with. So that's what the prenup was there for, okay? And I think in any, I don't care if you are almost out of bumdenship, and the lady is bum, okay? Even then, man, I mean, whatever, okay? If you got 25, if you've made $25,000 a year, okay, and she came into the relationship making $5,000, or vice versa, all right? I'm not gonna do it. She's gonna have to sign a prenup if they were going to do that, okay? It was put there for a reason. There's, of course, it's kind of like it's a business. It makes it business, and it's impersonal. It's kind of saying, to me, it puts a statement right out there at the beginning of the relationship. Okay, it's like hook. This is what I'm doing already. Okay, I got $7 million right now, and I'm still working. I'm gonna work it up to $1 billion. All right, you coming in here? I love you. Everything's cool and this and that, but
But from here on, we count.
I have to protect myself. Okay.
So what about this scenario? You meet someone and your assets are somewhere around $1 million, right?
Okay.
She come in, maybe she's making 100,000. She's on the lower end. She builds her an empire. Now she's worth 10 million.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel that when she stepped to you with a prenup, that would you feel a certain kind of way because she's coming to you with a prenup like you came to her?
I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't. Well, Bella Bonita says that she divorced her husband. They didn't have a prenup. He didn't get shit.
Yep, there it is.
All right, Bella Bonita.
And,
Well, like I said,
yeah.
I think the prenup would be based on, I'm coming in with I got my $1 million, you coming in with 200,000. Hey, we gonna go from there. Your percentage is what, as far as the prenup is concerned, is that whatever we built together, not what I had when I came in. You leave with what you got. And
Bottom line,
it also depends on the state you're in, what state you live in, because some of it is common law.
Yep.
And you walked in with nothing and you leaving with a whole bag full.
Yeah.
That just goes back to knowing who you're with, trying to get to know them as best that you can, without, how a lot of people just jump right in. You have so many people that are just so in love with love. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I'm in love with
blinded.
Yeah, and they're not thinking about, you see so many people after death, just families fighting because there's no will, there's no living trust or anything of that nature. And so how much more especially when you have these blended families coming together now, because so many people are looking at marriage as though,
Jordan got a prenup.
If it just don't work, I can always get out of this.
You think Michael Jordan got a prenup?
You damn Skippy do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Bottom line for me is this. Bring something.
A cheerleader coming there with your cheerleader money, put it on top of my billions. You crazy.
But you know what, Greg? Even if they come and don't have something to bring to the table, if you're working on bringing something to the table, I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
It's
not always going to be that person has something at the table
50-50.
already. But if you stuck where you are and that's all you want, and I'm got all of this, then I got a problem with that.
Because you know what?
Match the energy. Go ahead, Joe.
Because it seems like with the prenup, people start talking about that when they actually got a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your average man and woman who just getting married, they working their jobs and whatnot, they're not going to go ahead and get a prenup. You know what I mean? That's not really what you hear talking. We talking about large sums of money here. You know what I mean?
Owning businesses. And
businesses, assets, all that stuff. So even if you dumb it down, like I was married for just 3 years and she was entitled to half of my 401k.
Oh God, really?
Just 3 years. Just 3 years.
But look, that's not necessarily true, Jeff, because my second marriage, my late husband, before he passed, when we were married, his sisters wanted me to sign a prenup. They were trying to talk him into signing a prenup because his mother had $500,000. And they wanted me to sign a prenup so that I wouldn't be involved in getting any shares of that money. Because once we married, I was entitled to a portion of it.
Okay, look. Okay, like with Bella Bonita's comment, she says, "Please be fully together before you step to her." All right, this is a woman, and I know her as well. She has several businesses. She has 3 or 4 businesses.
I think she has about 4 businesses.
Yeah, so I'm just saying from my vantage point, and I do know her. Okay, I could step to her because she's not gonna accept. She can spot, and that's another thing that I think is very transparent. She can spot
a pimp,
a guy that's trying to come at her with that ain't got nothing. Okay,
craziness.
She can spot that. Okay, so that's the kind of woman. And don't nobody take this wrong. That's the kind of woman I want. Somebody that knows her confidence, knows what she can bring to table, and it's continuously doing things. Okay, and ain't worried about knows what I'm doing, and continuously doing her thing. Okay, and we both come together at the end of the day, and everything's cool. Prenup or whatever. Okay, it don't bother either one of us.
But I'm curious to know, did that husband try to get a piece of that when they divorced? She said he didn't get anything, but did he try?
Even if he was gonna try,
knowing her, he wasn't gonna get it anyway.
The lawyer's probably down like a mug. So,
but somebody gonna try.
Yeah.
Prenups, yes or no, y'all?
I say it depends. I'm with it. It all depends on the situation that you in. You know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10, I say it like this: if you coming in and y'all both on the low level, one, ain't nobody thinking about a prenup because ain't nobody got nothing.
Prenup don't come in unless some pain coming.
Yeah, so I think once you start building, then that's when people be like, oh, snap. And, then you start looking at, okay, well, baby, this is what I got. And now I see what you built off of this. I really do believe if somebody was to walk away from the marriage and say, all right, husband built this, wife built this, I think that would be a much happier type of split, easier type of split. You sign a prenup and y'all both build businesses, y'all got y'all money, and y'all like, all right, cool. As long as I get mine and you get yours, let's break.
Done and done.
Bella says her father and brother stayed in her ear. Her documents were always in order. He didn't get one motherfucking damn.
He
didn't get nothing.
We met Bella on the show before, and she appears to be a very intelligent woman. Got her stuff together, got her businesses together, and like you said, Greg, he probably, no matter how hard he fought, he wasn't getting anything.
Didn't get Jack. He probably watching too, bruh. Sorry. Let's move on, y'all. Let's move on.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Here's the next subject. Okay, if a woman gives her man great sex, she cooks, she cleans, she do it all. She look good. She get them pumps, man. Ass hump, stick up, all of that, man.
Too much detail, man. On TV still.
He sounds like my ex-husband.
The bump in the back.
No, I thought he was talking about it with the
You said bump in the back.
I thought he was talking about with the heels. No, I thought he was talking about with the heels.
That was funny.
He called them F me.
That sound like an ex-husband.
No.
Hey, Gina, he was the one at the car wash. Her husband was the one at the car wash.
No.
He's old man.
Oh, man.
So hey, look, you're doing all of this. Lady's got it. I mean, going on. Do you think that the man would still cheat?
Yeah.
I know some brothers. I know some brothers had women that took care of them. You know what I mean? Took care of them.
Some men, yes. I'm not going to say all men because I don't believe all men are the same.
I knew some brothers back in the day.
I mean, look at the celebrities that are, making money, got their stuff together, beautiful, and they get cheated on.
Well, I think about Halle Berry. She finally found somebody and keep up with her. That brother she with now. And she done been through 4 or 5. Huh?
See the video with her and the sister? She was up on Young and May. Shout out to Young and May, one of the baddest rappers out there. But Young and May, she was up on Young and May and said, "This is my baby," and was all over her. I'm like, okay, Holly, you may.
She might try to do the last stroke.
Maurice, she might have a liquor license anyway. We're gonna get past that because, like you guys said, man, a man to cheat, but the woman to cheat as well. I mean, regardless of what you have at home.
Yep, it's on both sides.
Yeah, both ways.
And then you wonder, you got this great thing that you have, and you out here looking for something else.
The grass, a lot of people think the grass is always greener on the other side. And it's like, okay, I want a little bit of something different. But then if it comes to it, whereas that person that they're with, the main person, want to leave, then it's like, okay, I won't do it no more. Oh, I'm sorry. And it's like, why did you do it in the first place? It's just
people really do it because
I didn't heard people want to get 100% in and have 80% of what they want, and then turn around and cheat and try to get to 20, and then have 80% less than what they had before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, keep on going down till they ain't got nothing. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So
You know,
What were you gonna say?
I'm gonna say, some people go ahead cheat because they're missing something too. I think
Yeah.
that's the part that we just don't talk about as much. Like, what is a person really missing from that other person?
Dick.
Because it's always a situation or something that needs to be discussed as to why somebody always happens to go on the other side. You know what I mean? We always so quick to look at the act of, but see, I asked the question, why does somebody go out that way? Why? What drove them inside to want to move out? Like, cause my thing is, like I said, for a man to do it, it's a reason why he gonna do that. And for a woman, it's usually because no attention. But for a man, it's lack of something. It's lack. He feels that it's lack of something coming from that woman.
And see, we were talking about that, alluded to that yesterday. We were talking about the situation with the lady who says her husband does nothing, anymore but work. What have you done to make this man not want to do things with
Or
you?
not done?
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't get that one because
I don't get it neither. Because
a man goes out to work to provide for his family, and for a woman to say he works too much, he don't spend enough time, that one kind of blows me away, because you want to buy, you want to shop, you want nice things. How do you expect him to provide those things for you that you want?
That's true.
I'm a little indifferent on that when it comes to, he works too much.
The thing was that he doesn't do the things that, when you come into a relationship, you got to start it off, continue it, at least some semblance of the same way that you started it. He doesn't, he didn't give her any time, and that's why I said she must have done something to make him not want to come home and want to stay at work. He's not cheating. He just want to work because he don't want to deal with that situation at home. But that's another story. Carl is putting up some links, but Carl, tell us what these links are, because we can't
It's a video of the poll. What was he talking about before? The poll, something.
The poll. Well, I'll put it up there. If anybody want to go to these videos,
I ain't going.
I don't know what that is.
I ain't going.
I just got good on my Facebook. I got my virus protection is up, but I'm not on. I don't even feel like battling that. I lost this computer that I'm on. I actually just got it back together 2 days ago.
Yeah, we know it's a video of what?
He said it's relevant. Hey, Carl, just tell us what it is, bro, because
it's relevant.
We can't. I mean, I can put it up here, but it'll take somebody
hot
some time.
Stumping legs.
I can't click onto it. I'm sorry, bro. Hey, guys, is there such thing as love at first sight? Is there truly a such thing as love at first sight? And what's the expectations once that happens?
Oh, that's
love. Oh, I ain't never heard the panel just be quiet. What happened?
Yo, man.
I've seen some, you see some people in your life, some girls in your life, you say, it's not love, it's
that's
lust.
It's lust. Yeah, you just be attracted.
It's like, oh Lord, have mercy.
Man, look, I'll tell you, there was a time where I met a girl. I was doing something, I was doing a shoot or something, and I met this woman. And man, I looked at her and said, you know what? And I listened to her a little bit too. Sitting down at the table looking, it's like this little aura was all around us.
Of course.
And
lust at first sight do that to you sometimes.
I said that has to be mine. She has to be mine. I'll throw away all these other ones for her. And I went up and talked to her for a minute. Everything was cool. Next thing you know, I saw this hairy hand come up and put his arm around her, and she was married.
Wow.
And I was like, dang.
Hey Greg, have you ever ran up in that? You ran up in when you sitting in the club chilling, and wonder why this chick ain't said nothing. Bought a drink and talking to her, and then she opened her mouth. It's like they talking at the side of their neck stuff. Either they too ghetto or don't know what. Yeah, it's that kind of stuff. Okay, you can have a drink. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go. You just gotta get the hell out the way.
Yeah. Depending on what club you went to.
Yeah. Oh, it's a nice club.
Maurice, you was at the Sweaty Thong, wasn't you, dude?
Nigga. You gonna mess around and you gonna have them freaking hack this daggone thing and gonna wonder why it ain't coming on no more.
They're gonna all say
go hack it. They're gonna have some do
Where is Maurice?
Why you leaning in on me? I'm married and happily married with children.
I know.
I love my things.
But is there such thing as love at first sight to you guys? Gina, don't do that. Speak up.
Love at first. I think so. I think it is.
Can that last?
I think it can.
What are your expectations? What would be the not yours, but what are the expectations in something like that? Love at first sight, putting all of your stuff into that right then and there. As soon as you see him, you're talking. Man, what's the expectation?
You know what? I think when this is just my opinion. I think when it comes to a couple that is love at first sight, I think they are very open-minded individuals where, you know, a lot of things that some of us may be like, no, I'm not messing with him, or, you know, she's doing too much. Those individuals are more open-minded as far as, you know, falling in love or looking to fall in love with someone.
Okay, Jeff.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I can give you that because I was really trying to figure out how I really want to say it. And Jenny, you did that very well. Yeah, open-minded, because in order for that to happen, you can't have any like limits or restraints. You know what I mean? You just can't, because if you do, then it won't be love at first sight. It can't be that type of that feeling, or I don't even want to say emotion. That's another thing I want to talk about later. But we'll keep it going.
I don't think it's love at first sight as much as it probably used to be back in like our parents' days, because you got to remember it was a lot more virgins, you know, and they went. That's the only coup they had, is to go on site. You know what I'm saying? And the conversation, the stuff came in. What Gina was talking about, trust and all that stuff came in, and they only knew that one person, so they fell in love just from talking, and that was the only person they knew. So guess what? It lasts forever.
Okay.
Okay, my turn. I disagree. I don't believe in love at first sight. I believe in like at first sight, because I truly believe that love takes time to be developed. Once you're getting to really know the person, you know, and then it develops into love. So it regardless, you know, you got Maurice, from what you're saying, you know, and then once you get to know the person, and you know, because that's the only person
It developed.
and it developed. So that would not, to me, be love at first sight. It could be like at first sight, but that love has to be developed.
Well,
so let's take it a little bit farther. Go ahead, Jeff.
You know, it's funny we talking about love real quick, because I watched. Do y'all know this guy named Toby Nwigwe and his wife Fat? It's a guy. He's a rapper.
His wife is fat.
No, his wife's name is Fat. That's it's her nickname. Yeah, that African guy. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. He's from the Igbo tribe or whatever. He like African. So
you said that very well, Jeff.
You know, hey,
he was paying attention. He was listening. Go ahead, Jeff.
So, you know, it's like he was talking. They were talking about love, and he said he was talking to his boy. Now, I guess his wife, Fat, we're just gonna call her Fat. She came after him, and she was really pursuing him, and he was like, "Man, I just don't want to be with her. I don't want to be with her." And his boy was like, Toby, oh no.
That was love at first sight.
That was lust.
No, that was straight up lust.
Oh Jesus, that's an abomination.
You know,
baby, and I want that.
We're gonna ban Greg for putting that one up.
That was love at first pamper. Go ahead, Jeff.
Love at first pamper. So I guess Fat kept pursuing him. And what happened was, when she kept pursuing him, Toby talked to his boy about love, and he said, well, you have to remember, love is not an emotion. He said, you have to remember when Christ was talking to the that's the guy. Put him around the camera. Yep, that's them right there. And he was saying how love is not an emotion. He said, you have to remember when it was a scripture in the Bible, and portion of the Bible, Christ was talking to whomever, and he said the greatest out of these commandments is love. Now, love is a command. Love is a commandment, meaning it's something that you should do regardless of how you feel about someone. Now, this is just very interesting. This is I want to talk about this because it's very interesting, because if we are required to love, okay?
I think
See,
it's go ahead.
if we're required to love, okay? The thing is that, like, you can love your brother, you can love your sister, you can
All
love
right.
anybody, but then also on top of that, when you love your spouse or anything like that, now see, that's a little different, because
And
it's
your
more
kids.
of, and your kids, it's more of the actions that you're willing to do behind that, because you're connected to that person, not really more so in emotion. Emotion can come behind it, but when you look at it from a command standpoint, like,
Genetically.
there you go. We're supposed to really love people in general. So what we have to do is we take out the emotion, and it's supposed to be the actions that we do within us, because we are supposed to love people. So I thought that was very interesting, because that's how he actually grew to be more closer and connected to his wife, not through the emotional part, but actually getting to look at her and what she, like Greg said, what
And
she brought to the table. You know what I mean?
excuse me. But to add on to that, Jeff,
Mhm.
the reason that I feel that there is love at first sight, because love is a feeling, and you have that feeling. I mean, you have that feeling, and that feeling can continue as long as you with that person, even if it's 10 or 15 years. What diminishes that feeling is when that person hurts your feelings or does something you feel is negative to you, or speak to you differently. Then that feeling starts to diminish. But in the beginning, I believe those feelings are there, and they can remain there even if the relationship is new. Just my opinion.
Yeah, because the analogy his boy gave was, he said, it's not like God could tell you go over there and be sad. He said that's why he said we try to put love into an emotional standpoint, but he said sometimes in certain cases we have to remove that emotional part out of it, because we say things out of emotion. You know what I mean? We say things what did he say? He said we say things out of emotion that we do mean and we don't mean. You know what I mean? It was just an interesting standpoint. That was just a conversation he had with his friend. I just wanted to get like the points about how y'all felt about that.
That's interesting. And if you look at it that way, it makes a lot of sense. Love at first sight.
So okay, let me ask y'all this though. So when the love at first sight turns into that one night stand, okay?
Well, I don't think that's love at first sight, though.
I mean, it turns to one night stand. Could that multiply? I mean, cultivate into
I think
love?
we had somebody on the show that said they met their husband through a one night stand, and they're still married.
Dang.
And they're still
It
married,
depends on the
but
people. Depends on the two people involved.
I think you got to be pretty needy. Both parties got to be pretty needy.
Thirsty.
So
That's what
you come together like a magnet,
thirsty.
That's what the kids call it, thirsty. They just thirsty.
You come together like a magnet because you both are searching for something, and now that you've met the other person who's just as needy as you are, then boom, that one night stand turned into a 20-year marriage.
No more. It's called thirsty. You just thirsty. I need a drink.
That must have been a good drink.
That's what they call it now. They call the dudes they call girl. They want to get with them, and just breaking their face to get to them thirsty. They're just thirsty, man.
So look, here's another one. If you get engaged and it don't work out, look at Gina. Oh, she ready. Do you give the ring back? Should the man request it?
Hell no. You can have it.
What are you gonna do with it if you get it back?
Hey,
give it
gonna
to
get
the
that
next
money
one?
back. No,
I'm
you're just
gonna
gonna get that $5,000 back.
5, 10.
They won't give it back to you.
20.
Look, it was custom made and it was made for her.
They won't give it back to you.
She can go have made whatever she wants to have with it.
That's why you try to get
you won't get your money back.
That's why you got to get the 5 or the 6 that bought right from the glass case. It ain't custom. And keep the receipt.
Custom built.
Let me stop. I'm
This
just
is what you do. You go to Walmart and get that one that look real. All right, for what, $75, $100, $150. All
I don't
right,
know about that.
she ain't going right off the bat to get to go check the authenticity of it. All right, and so y'all working it out. You're working out. Something go wrong. Okay. In that aspect, she can have that ring. But if I think I'm in love and everything is good, listen, I bought this 10 grand ring. Okay,
I felt like this.
I'm gonna do everything in my power to get it back.
I felt like this from the beginning. If it's gonna be real, then what she got is real. Whatever the hell she wants, the way she want it, and then guess what? If it don't work, it's still hers.
I wouldn't want it back.
Gee,
I wouldn't want it back. Like, I don't want anything to remind me of that negative relationship.
It ain't gonna remind me. It definitely ain't gonna remind me.
I wouldn't even try to take it off your finger. Go keep it.
And I got my money back. I know I'm not gonna get my full price for it, but I got my ring back. She ain't having nothing. That's just like that prenup. You leave, you come in here with what you started with, and you leave with nothing. Okay, but fuck out of here.
Okay, so let me dip in here.
Okay,
most states consider an engagement ring and a conditional gift.
Oh, Marcella, don't be telling all of that. Don't do that.
That's for the men.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay, let me leave it there.
Now it's gonna be a bunch of women being like, "She right, I can take half, and I can have my ring."
Look, most of the time,
no, you're missing it. They consider it a conditional gift.
State Tennessee.
If the man asks for the ring back, you will have to give it back. That's what I'm saying. A conditional in that manner. It was. I gave you. It's like the guy gave you the ring on condition that we get married. So if that marriage contract is never fulfilled, then
it depends, Marcella, on whose end. If he gave her a ring on the condition that they're going to get married and she breaks it off, how does she's not entitled to it?
See, that's why you don't.
No, that's you're missing what I'm saying. If he gives her the ring, regardless of who breaks it off,
regardless,
the majority of the states, if that guy says, "I want my ring back,"
he can get it back,
and she says no, and he takes it to court. Most courts will rule whereas he gave you that ring on condition that on condition that you marry me, and regardless if he was cheating, he was beating your tail, whatever,
you gave it.
That was a conditional gift, and that's in most states. I looked up the states that most of us are living in now, and it's a conditional gift. And sometimes you know,
brothers, don't marry no Brendas or no Tinas or Marys.
Hey.
You know, marry some new names, okay? You know, engage to some new names. Don't marry them Brendas and them Olivias and Marys and.
All right.
Not that. You're Sue Ellen. Okay, scratch Mary. She's a good woman. But I'm just saying, y'all get some new names, you know, not them old names. Them old names, they just.
I had to give me a new name because one of them names was one you named off. That was my ex-wife's name. I'm not gonna say which one.
And you know, all that goes back to stop jumping into relationships. You know, take your time to get to really know the people.
See, Amina is a good name. That's a good name. That's a good regular name.
You say you're about to mess up. Oh,
you just got to did this the other night.
Amina, I ain't looking for no Brendas. All right, I ain't looking for no Sue Ellens or nothing like that. I'm good. Amina's a good name though. What you doing, girl?
He said, "What you doing, girl?"
Anyway, but yeah, I get that, man. It's she said Amina's not regular, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Get you a woman.
Regular. We don't know regular.
No regular name.
No regular name. Regular raggedy.
She just regular. She just regular.
Ladies, don't y'all get no regular ass dude names, you know, like
Greg.
Tommy, you know.
Marcy said Greg.
That's a normal name, Greg.
Oh man.
My name may be normal, but I got some abnormal parts that you would definitely want to be down with. Anyway,
You know what? You keep talking about them, show them. You're always talking about them on the thing. Don't send no pictures. Show it right here, since you want to talk about it and all that.
Oh no, you just
Okay, he ain't gonna show it.
Now hold on, me and
I don't
Gina
wanna
had to
see
walk.
it either.
Me and Gina had to walk away for a minute.
No,
We said
I'm
we
gonna
got
walk
to go.
away too. Look, I'm gonna walk away.
I'm
I'm
out.
just trying. That's all right. Oh, y'all.
I'm only coming baback to be nosy, and then
I ain't coming back.
Brother darkness. Brother darkness.
Stop talking about it. Don't know. No one. I don't think anybody on this panel want to know about what you got.
Oh man,
You don't know that.
Well, I know I don't.
Okay, next question, please.
I don't think them two.
Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, where we going next?
We know y'all love each other. Just keep it rolling. Okay.
All right. When you get into a new relationship,
roll it.
and this is
roll it.
She's still talking about it.
No, I was talking about the song what he was just singing.
You weren't talking about the song. You was talking about my song.
Hey,
said, okay, Miss Marcella going in tonight.
Okay.
When you get to a new relationship, should he or she, this is social media now, delete pictures of them with their exes? Yes or no? Why or why not?
Yes.
I did. Definitely,
Well,
I did.
Are you saying at the very beginning? Because
that's different.
I never had pictures of anybody on my social media until I met the one. Now you see all kind of pictures. Never.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that problem. I didn't have to go delete anything. They didn't get to that status. They never got to that status.
Yeah. I never was a big picture taker
look at
anyway.
the little circle on me, just making all that noise. A little circle. You see, man.
Yeah.
Right no, stop it.
She can't delete her kindergarten friends.
That look like Barry White messing with a little child, don't it?
She got her romper room friends on her Facebook page.
Y'all silly.
Amina said, "No, keep my picture up." That's messy, Amina.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing, though, Greg, with that question.
Leave me alone.
Why are you posting your picture with all these different individuals and you don't even know if it's gonna last? Like, why you putting up a new picture once a month?
Was it real? Well, you got to ask the question: which gender really wants the picture up there?
Yeah.
It ain't really the man who take all the pictures.
Right. It really ain't the man that take all the pictures.
It's really not the man who taking all the pictures. Let's just be real.
It's the women that throwing their legs around this dude,
that's what it say, Jeff.
or hugged up with these guys all the time. I don't know why. Why do y'all do that? Every single guy that you meet out there, you don't gotta take a picture with them.
They gotta mark the territory, man. They gotta mark the territory.
I know, and that's I think that's what a lot of the some of the women, I don't want to say like or all, but some of the women, I think that is something that they're doing. Like, look, he's with me, especially if she knows that you might be out there.
Even if he's not with you, even if he's not with you, why are you taking all these pictures?
I don't do
all these different dudes all around the city, all around the state. You take every time you out, you gotta take a picture with a dude.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
That's crazy to me.
So you got to go through your whole timeline and delete all of these pictures.
I think some men do that as well, though.
But wait, or they'll have 2 or 3 pages.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah, that's the
other one. They'll have 2 or 3 pages,
and they do the same thing on the Instagram and TikTok or whatever. You know what? These are random. I mean, they're not random. Okay, you may know these guys and this and that, but damn, if you get into a serious relationship, the guy that you're with is not going to appreciate the fact that every time you out, you taking a picture with this dude. Okay, you take a picture with that dude. Oh, that's my friend. He just.
So what are you doing with all these guys? You know,
that guy that really has feelings for you. You don't have to advertise. He's gonna make it known that you're his woman.
Exactly, and it's a lot that'll come out vocally more than a picture will ever do.
The other thing about that is this too. You taking pictures with all these guys, you don't know what them guys are telling their friends when they see these pictures on Facebook or whatever. Right. They be like, yeah, man, you was with so and so and so and so. Yeah, man, I kicked it that night with him, man. You know, everything is, and the theater of reality comes in. Okay, you didn't screw this guy, you know, and you really didn't, you know.
Business out in the street like it ain't nothing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and then it finally gets around to you after it's gotten to thousands of people. It finally get around to you that, oh, I heard you and so was doing it. Be like, no. Well, I mean, that ain't what they saying.
I'll be right back.
But now you got all those pictures out there with you. You took a
Mm-hmm.
picture with him because he was at a party. You was at a
And
party.
think about it.
Exactly.
Just what Jeff said earlier. It's on that level where it doesn't matter at this point because you're not on really on a level. But think about, most people don't think about they're gonna blow up. All of these pictures that circulated,
Mhm.
once they blow up, they're
Yeah.
coming back.
That's
So
true.
unless you're
Mhm.
thinking small-minded that I'm just gonna be a peon all of my
Mhm.
life, then it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
if you're out there trying to get to another level, and some of
Yeah.
them have. Look at some
Mhm.
of them that were crackheads now rappers, and they up there.
Mhm.
But you got this past that's never going away.
Mhm.
True.
Which kind of leads to this other question. Do you feel jealous, or should a person feel jealous if their partner hangs out with somebody of the opposite sex?
What do you mean hang out?
Go out with them.
Why
Hey,
are you
baby,
going out with them?
baby so and so coming in town from high school.
We
He
going
wants to-
together.
He wants to hang out.
We
There
going
you go,
together.
Jenny. Okay, we
If-
all going.
Yeah,
If-
your
if I-
friends should be my
Be my
friends.
friends.
My
Hello.
friends should be
Be
your friends.
friends.
There should never be anyone in a relationship that a man is friends with someone of the opposite sex, and they are not friends with his significant other, and
Mhm.
vice versa.
Period.
Your friends should be my friends.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I agree with that. But you had these people before you came into the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Okay, so now we all friends. We
now
all
what if the woman that you with or the man that you with is not accepting of your friend
Exactly.
that
That
was
was my
there
next
before you?
question.
Because I have dealt with that before, and I have feelings about that because it's like, yo, you got to give people a chance. And
Mhm.
if you feel threatened by somebody else, ain't nobody saying that you can't come to nothing. Ain't nobody saying that you can't make it. Insert yourself. Everybody know you with me. So why do you feel threatened by another person?
Exactly. So we go out, and like you ladies just said, okay, I'm going out with him. We all gonna meet, and immediately she's like, well, I don't like her. Okay, you can't hang out with her no more. You can't hang out with her anymore. Have you not let your partner do something just because you feel jealous or angry? I mean, do you stop that because you're jealous and angry about it?
Yeah.
No?
Well, you know what? If he did not, as the relationship was growing, introduce or bring that person in, you know it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem.
Mhm. If you're
Okay.
hiding, are you saying if you're hiding
If
someone?
you're hiding it and not letting that individual know, this is so and so. We've been friends since kindergarten. Blah
So
blah
we need to
blah.
sit up here and list at the beginning of the relationship. Okay, well, look, just so you know, one of my best friends is so and so, 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 so and so. Okay, and then somebody comes in town. All of a sudden, you forgot this person. You're not hiding them. You just forgot. And now you saying this person wants to go out, and she says, "Well, I'm going too." Okay, fine, you're going. You come out there, and all the while you sit up there with attitude.
You know what?
I'm
That's an insecure person because
I'm going to give that person an opportunity now. If I see some signs or I see some things, then
I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna come to the man.
I'm gonna come to you.
Yeah.
But
And we can have a
initially, I would
conversation.
give that person an opportunity to so I can get to know them. And you know what? This is a platonic relationship, and she's pretty cool. I have a coworker who his best friend is his wife's best friend from elementary school. And she introduced her husband to him, and now they like this. Like, he always make a joke. He said the best thing ever happened to me was her best friend.
But
so
I have a question.
it can happen if it's trust there and truth.
And yeah. And I was in a relationship with someone from my past, and their new person. Now this is an ex, and their new person, hit the roof until they met me and started talking to me. But something I did was made sure when I was around this person, I made sure that they felt comfortable.
That's
Like
another thing.
I wasn't like trying to like, well, I had him before you, or I was there before you, or and this person, we have a lifetime connection. I'll put it in that manner. But now that she see me and she talks to me, because I bring her into conversations. If I know she's, if there's a phone call or something, I'll be like, hey, where's Gina? Tell Gina I said, hey, put me on speaker. Gina, hey, what's up? And I'll do things of that nature. So now it's a better relationship because he was like, this girl is going off.
But Marcy, that's going to build a better relationship because all parties are trying to make it comfortable. If all parties aren't doing that, it's going to be an issue.
Right. And that's why, like what we were talking about previously, keep everything on the table, be honest. We all going out.
See, you're lying.
Like Gina said, I'm in cahoots with that. We all going out and let me meet this person. Huh? What'd you say?
You froze.
You froze.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, okay.
But do you feel?
Hey, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, look, I got a good question. I need everybody to answer this one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. If you could choose your partner again, would you choose the same person?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You know what? I saw this video. I saw this video the other day. Chris. You already kicked her to the curb, Chris. We know you're gonna say no. I saw this video the other day that said you fall in love only 3 times in a lifetime.
That's true.
And I always said that. I said you only have 3 times that you fall in love. And so Robert was my third. It's like 3 strikes and you're out. That's that third love.
Because isn't it they say the first love is what you thought love is, the second one is like kind of you going through the growing pains, and then the third one is like that's it because you done been through some stuff and you know what you want, and that's the person you want to be with.
It's called puppy love, which is like your teenage years, things like that.
That's my first one.
Then it's called first adult love, like when you're in your mid-20s going into your 30s, things like that. And then it's called season love, when you like, oh man, hey, we're gonna make this work. Oh, I'm gonna have to let you go.
But you learn.
Yeah, I think once you get older, it's to the point whereas like you said, you're more seasoned, and it's more so like it's not like in your 20s or whatever, 30s, you might still be kind of like playing and like, yeah, okay, I still got a lot of years left. This might work, might not. But when you're seasoned, it's like to the point where you're ready to kind of really settle down.
You don't want to be bothered with all that other all that extra
drama.
But one of my things has always been, I said, not for all men, but majority of men shouldn't get married until they're in their 30s. Mid-30s.
That's what I told my son.
Because you gotta live your 20s out. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people. Now, don't get me wrong. You got some men that can do it, but most men can't do it. Once they get that,
both of my sons married in their early 20s. Both of them.
Really?
I was in my late teens the first time around.
The other one is 7 years in.
I was in my teens when I got married.
That's what I was. I was 19.
Wow. I don't even know. I'm sorry to say, I don't even see how a teen could understand marriage.
That's why
I really think that's young.
Yeah, I was in my it's never gonna happen age when I got married.
Your mind saying one thing.
I was like, I thought I did everything, I had my TV show, all that stuff. I thought I did everything. So that's all that's left is to get married, and sure enough, I hadn't done everything.
That phrase you just said, that's all that's
But you know
left.
what it is?
That's
But you know
all
what it
that's
is?
left.
That was at the time, Gene.
Yeah.
Long time
Yeah,
ago.
but you got to look at it this way. It's a situation where, now don't get me wrong, I have proposed more than a couple of times. But it seems like when you put that ring on the finger,
everything changes.
it's something different that happens in a relationship.
Yeah.
It starts off great.
Yeah.
Then you start picking off all the stuff that you like. Do I want to really spend the rest of my life with this, and this? Yeah,
Well, you
so
wanna
I
know-
just be like,
So you cut the quality. You cut the quality in half. Is that what happened?
Yeah, you want to know, stuff usually changes because people start trying to fit the title and the role. That's why stuff start changing.
You waking up
Because-
to the same old chicken.
Yeah.
50% of the quality.
Because the thing is,
every day.
you can
hey, look, the stuff that was cute
Great.
when we was boyfriend and girlfriend is not cute when we engaged.
exactly, and that don't make no sense to me because
It
the
don't.
thing is,
don't, but it happens.
it should be that same level going through because
It's-
that's what y'all look at if y'all trying to keep it fun.
Hey,
and
but that happens
be-
both
be-
ways too.
you
You
know?
know, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
it happens both
It does.
ways. I'm not
It
just
does.
saying
It's
it
just
was.
women
Yeah, it does.
they'll slip the ring. Now I got you, girl. You know, start acting all crazy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Same
shouldn't.
soup, different
Yeah.
day.
yeah.
Just
Yep.
the days change. The
Yeah,
soup
them
stay the
Brazilians
same.
and
It's
them
always chicken
Brazilians.
noodle soup, the same chicken. And sometimes it's, when she gained a little weight, there's a little extra chicken added in there. Okay, and then you be looking like, well, damn, man, I
had a partner of mine compared to cereal. Same old cereal. Yeah, same old cereal every day. Fruit Loops.
Well,
Fruit Loops. I want some
Hey,
Fruit
Mo,
Loops.
hey, Reese, I could, but the crazy
Fruit
part
Loops.
about it, Maurice, I can eat Golden Grams every day of the week, bro.
I was just getting ready to say
There
that,
you
Chris.
go.
You just took it off my mind. I'm like, well, what if that cereal's good to you all the time?
There you go.
I don't eat cereal. I got to do bacon,
you know
eggs,
what's crazy?
sausage, pancakes. I'm sorry.
Was a good
Hey,
cereal for me. I
But
know
this is the crazy part about that though, and that's why it's hard. Like what Maurice just said, it's like eating Golden Grams every day for the rest of your life. But I also like Frosted Mini Wheats. I also like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So I mean, you gotta. That's the way you gotta look at it.
Look at Marcella. Check that on us.
But you know what? My thing
Real quick. That's
is,
why I checked out.
mine isn't so much, it's the same flavor every day. Mine is when you get to that I do, it's forever.
Mhm.
It's forever for me.
See,
It's
see that?
not the flavor
You
of
see
the
that?
year. It's so I want to make sure that you're sure
50% that
that it's
right there.
forever. Not,
Yeah.
because to me, marriage is for a lifetime. It's for
It
a
is.
lifetime.
It is.
Mhm.
It's supposed
It
to be
is.
anyway.
Yep.
But that's why I haven't been married, because I haven't found that person I can spend my lifetime with, or
And
the rest of my
Tell
life.
the truth.
That
You
is
like some
very
shredded wheat every once in a while.
mature of you, Chris, because a lot of people, men and women, do not recognize that
That's true.
I'm not ready for that. And you
Mhm.
recognize it. And so for you to say, I'm not getting married until I find that person that I feel like I want to spend the rest of my life to, that's maturity. You do not find a lot of people who have that same thought.
Right.
And
Because some people.
sometimes it's pressure.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say, because you
Yeah.
got some people that got married because they have a kid together. That's not
Oh, you should never do that.
Or
Never do that.
he or she is going to leave me if I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a bad one.
And then once you find this peace of mind in your single life, it's hard to keep that peace of mind in a married life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me some getting used to, and I still think I still fall into those ways because being by myself, I was living by myself, so my whole life was like totally went from way over here to way over here.
But Gina, you're a boss though. You're a boss. It's totally different. You're a boss. So,
But
How is it different? How is it different, Maurice?
you
How
bringing
is
it. You
different?
already bringing. You the boss. You bringing it already. They do.
But how
better
is
be
it
the boss,
different
or
though?
he better make sure he know. You the
But
boss.
this is my thing on it. It's my thing. The reason it's hard for me is because I'm a generous person, and I don't want to see. Well, I don't want to be in a situation where they taking my generosity for granted.
Or weakness.
And that's the hardest thing, bro. When you're a person that gives.
And that's my thing about the whole situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you're a person that gives, you got to make sure that you with somebody, like you said, Chris, that's not going to abuse your quote unquote love and your affection and how you try to express that. Because there's some people that'll take it, they'll run with it, and they won't even show you any of that on their end.
But either way, you just take your time and step lightly. Take your time with it, because when you rush into it, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out on your behalf.
And that's what pretty much what happened in my last situation. It was about to be a rush job. Like we met in March. In 2012, we met in March. Was engaged by July.
Dang.
Yeah, and was talking about getting married the following year.
Ooh.
That sounds similar to what I did, player. Let me go off camera.
Yeah, it was just I woke up because it was I can't say it on the air and I can't say it with Gina and Marcy on the phone, but on the live, but it's something that happened that ain't never happened before. And I was like, yo, this the one, because I said if they can do it, we going down to the
boy. That was that
put it on you.
You know what?
POW.
I'm gonna tell you right now. When I talk about pressure,
hey, I've been there.
It may not even be pressure from the person you with. It's pressure from family, friends.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times my friends said, "Why you and Robert not married yet?" Me and Robert,
I don't get that.
We are taking our time. We are fine in the space we're in.
Gina, before you do that, let's all mute out so we can really listen to Gina's explanation for this. All right? Let's all mute out.
You know what? Leave my sister alone.
We are fine in the space we're in. We took our time. We're 4 years into our relationship. We're getting married in year number 5. That's what we wanted, not what everybody else wanted.
And that's what's important.
We are both happy with it, not other people. We're not trying to satisfy other people, whether be it my mom, my sister, my friends, his family. That's not who we're trying to make happy or be
boss
happy
game
with.
Recognize boss game. And that's
you know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely, you can.
Is y'all first dance gonna be I Got 5 on it?
No. I think 5 years is a good space for a relationship.
Oh, it is.
It is. That's what it took us.
If you don't know about 5 years, if you want to marry that person, it's just gonna let them go.
Yep.
And
that's why so many relationships end, because you didn't even get time to learn that person, know that person, and really know if this is what you want for the rest of your life.
Because we talk about the first year and a half is that representative. And most people get married in that year and a half. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it don't work for everybody, but you know what I'm saying? Most of the divorces be like, oh, this is what you really like. You got to see what the person really like. You got to go through a situation that, I'm not going to say it's a big fight, but you got to have a big disagreement and see how that turns out. Because in a marriage, you can't just pack. I mean, you can just pack up and leave, but it's a situation where we got to talk about this before we go to sleep. If we sleeping in the same bed, and Gina got the look on that face, but like, yo, get your ass on the couch.
You're not getting in the bed, so you can't even slide a toe up in this bad boy.
King size bed, doggone it.
And you know that's the thing, yo.
But real quick,
I'm telling you what Gina ain't having. You can tell she ain't having it. I'm not having it today, and guess what? Conversation's over, nigga.
Yeah, real quick though. What I always wanted and what I used to call is called grandparents' love. I wanted the love that my grandparents had for each other.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? That's what I've always wanted. You know what I'm saying? We don't see that. We don't see that or get that. It's much.
You don't see that.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna show y'all something.
Like I've never seen my grandfather work. I mean, he was probably retired when I was born, but I've never seen him work, and he always had money. and whatever my grandmother wanted, she got. You know what I'm saying? All thing she had to do was talk about it. They'd be like, "Here, come and show up with what she was talking about." You know what
Well, I
I'm saying?
saw
So,
that with my parents. That's the
Yep.
I think that my relationship really is a lot like my parents. I never saw my mother and father argue. I never saw them fight. I never saw them argue, ever.
wow.
And yes, that is what we look for.
72
But
years.
guess what, Chris? A lot of the youths have never even seen that, so they don't yearn for it because they've never seen it.
No, they see mom and daddy going
yeah.
from here to there, not together. My grandparents were like that, and until his death, and she never remarried, but it was still always went back to Lonnie this, Lonnie that. And she was like, I've never seen her work. I knew he used to work, but it was like breakfast was like a Thanksgiving meal. That was like an everyday.
Yeah.
Lunch was fixed. Lunch was fixed, went with him. Dinner, Thanksgiving meal, anything he needed, anything he wanted. It wasn't like, okay, oh, I need some new socks. I need new underwear. It was there. It was already there. House stayed
You know what?
clean.
My wife would buy me anything in the world, but she would not buy me any shoes.
Why?
Because you'll walk out of her life.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
She will buy me anything but shoes. You know.
Because you'll walk out of her life. And she'll.
That's exactly what she said.
Hey, that's a down south myth.
Look like claw.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a down south myth.
Now you see that obituary. That was my great grandparents. They were married for 72 years. One died one day, 3 days later, the other one died.
And that's how that always happens.
So, but you know what's crazy? And that's how my grandparents was. My grandfather passed away in February of '96. My grandmother passed away in December of '96.
It's like you just took a piece of them.
Yeah.
And you know that heartbreak is real.
That's
people
for real.
die from heartbreak. People die from heartbreak.
Yeah,
once he found out, they said his body, his organs start shutting down.
Yeah.
I was like,
heartbreak.
I could not get from Texas to Indiana quick enough. I was on a plane.
Wow.
Landed, boom, he was gone. It took 2 hours.
Yes, that type of love and relationships is diminishing.
But you know what? That's something that I think as, back then too, the older generation taught the next generation and the next generation. And I think that's something that should come back. You know, you have, and true enough, a lot of times the women back in the day, didn't go.
After you finish, I gotta respond to that.
What I said earlier.
A lot of times
you're a man because it's time to go in a minute.
Yeah, no, I just want to tell you that it stopped with my generation. I want to say.
Okay.
Because my generation was the generation was like, yo, you figure it out on your own. You know what I'm saying? And we trying to do what we doing. Y'all just figure it out. We wasn't telling people how to do it, not what to do, how to do it. Like even when we talk about what's going on in Chicago, in the streets of Chicago, it was the generation that I grew up in that was like, yo, forget y'all. The younger ones. That's why the younger ones are crazy as they are. Because we didn't have that, that sit down with them. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have those leaders for them. We didn't have any of that. That's why a lot of stuff is happening the way it's happening.
Sad.
It is.
Well, look, y'all, we had a great day today with this relationship joints that we do. All right, we always try to inspire everybody, make sure that everybody's learning something. I learned a lot tonight, believe it or not. Okay. The only comment I want to make is that you can't force anybody to care about you. You can't force anybody to be loyal to you. You can't force somebody to be the person that you need them to be. Sometimes the person that you want the most is the person that you're not supposed to be with. You know, the person that you invest in. You got to understand that things happen, but it may not just be, they may not be what's meant to be. You got to stay in the lane, lose yourself by trying to fix what's meant to stay. broken. You know, if it's I'm trying to fix it. If it's
That's right.
If they show you, believe it. If they show you, believe it.
And if they tell you, believe it.
Yeah.
You may not understand
Woo!
you want to understand. You may not understand right now, but I swear to you, man, I promise you, your future is always going to be, it's going to bring you understanding. All the time, it's going to bring you understanding of why things didn't work out. And don't put your happiness on hold for somebody who isn't holding on to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, because there's two things, bro. There's two things, man. I think I set my standards too high, trying to compare it to my grandfather and grandmother.
No, you're not, Chris.
No. What I'm saying is the standards of trying to reciprocate what they had in my life.
Exactly. I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? What they had in their life is probably wasn't meant for my life. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's
There
a
you go.
situation. Yeah, it's a situation where I set my standards here. And like you said, sometimes I'm still trying to find my in love life partner. I found the person I loved, but in love, I'm still trying to find it.
Yeah.
But isn't it a good feeling, man, when you do find that love, which is the start or the beginning or should be the culmination of the in love? It makes you feel better. It makes you want to change. It makes you want to be different, for that person. It makes you want to. So it's something that's not forced. Right.
Right.
Exactly.
That's the best feeling in the world when you can do something with someone and it's not forced. It just happens.
And when they can recognize your shortcomings.
Absolutely. And keep moving.
I have to say, I had to give Robert a big hug because I am OCD.
Yeah, you are.
I am OCD.
Yes, you do.
And people don't know how to deal with people that's OCD, and I try to keep it under wraps because people get frustrated with it.
Bring it out, Gina. Bring it out.
I know that I probably drive him nuts with my OCD.
You do. I know you do.
But the other day I was going through this OCD thing, and he jumped in and helped me.
See?
He jumped in and helped me because I was getting frustrated, and it was just like it drives me nuts. Certain things.
You got anger issues, Gina.
You don't have anger issues. Don't have anger issues.
You got toe jam.
You said toe jam issues.
Hey, Gina, you know what it was though too? If you would have sat there and watched, if you'd have sat there and watched you do it, he'd have to hear about it later.
Get up, get
I
out.
was having a meltdown. Y'all don't even know if you ever dealt with somebody with OCD.
You just gonna sit there and watch me.
I was having a great meltdown.
Yeah,
for no reason though.
Hey, he would have felt that wrath, that whole wrath.
The whole house would have been shaking every time you move something.
Yep.
For no reason, she having OCD attack, so PCB attack. She having all kind of letters just going on in her head.
Tell my brother Robert he a smart one, bro. He a smart one.
But it's all good, man. Look, this is Dope Living TV Live. Tomorrow we got the poets coming back on. Chris, you got to be here for this, man. Got the spoken word people coming back on tomorrow.
Do poetry.
You don't have to do it.
I don't do poetry.
You don't have to do it. I want you to listen to it.
I'll watch the episode later. Lorenz Tate gonna be here.
I got him. Now, you know I know him.
Brother, he gonna do Brother to the Night.
He gonna do Brother to the Night.
He gonna have his dad gonna scream milk.
Man, we'll be blowing up.
Y'all better get up.
It'll probably bust the stream yard.
Are we having new people? Are we having new people, or are we having the same people, or same?
I just told you Lorenz Tate is coming on to do Brother of the Night.
Stop it.
No, seriously.
Okay. When I put
watch you see Lorenz pull up. That's why I ain't gonna be here.
Stop it.
Hey, Chris, you better tell them they don't know me. I will make a call, and if I get in, they'll be here. Which you don't know. I might not. I'm confidently saying we're doing spoken word tomorrow. Whether they're the same people or new people, you'll see. All right. And when Lorenz come in here and do Brother to the Night, and got Neil Peoples on the other side in your spot, Gina.
No, nobody taking my spot. Not even
I said,
Lorenz
I
Tate.
said
Hey,
Mia people.
look,
Me alone.
Hey, Greg, all these females on here ain't no melted panty emojis. Oh, so you
Look at Maurice referencing the sweaty thong.
He's married, though, isn't he? Isn't he married? I thought he was married.
He
No, he's
referencing
not.
the sweaty thong again. There we go.
Oh.
Maurice gonna be at the car wash next week. Him and some
that's
friends,
gonna be him.
2 towels and some
It's gonna be
shampoo.
Greg.
It's all good. Hey, this is DopelivenTV Live, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. Tomorrow is spoken word, okay? You never know who's gonna be on here, all right? So
East.
what do I
East
say?
to the east and the west.
We out, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
They won't be on.
No.
Why not?
Thank God.
He won't
He'll be
He gonna
on.
be on. He gonna be on.
I saw him at the car wash.
Oh,
That sweater look like it's still wet.
Oh, man.
So you all do know.
Uh,
You all do know that tomorrow I'm gonna get Maurice back. I'm gonna have.
No, you be messing with me.
I'm gonna
You
have
messing with me till
visual.
we came
I'm
on.
gonna have visual.
Oh, I can
back
get some
on-
visuals too.
I'm
I got
gonna visual
background.
Get back on Mobile up there, all right, y'all. This Dope Living TV Live. I want to say that if you guys don't tune in tomorrow,
And that's what we should do. That's what we should do.
what?
We should do a collage. We should do a collage of all our baby pictures in one picture.
Oh
Chris, you
man,
started off. We're gonna do it. You got the first week,
Oh, that's cool. I ain't got no problem with that.
and we ain't doing. The rest of us ain't gonna do it.
Hey, look,
What? Baby
I
picture.
don't have no problem
I'm
either. I was cute.
I ain't got no problem.
Too.
Hey, I wasn't my
My
grandparents' favorite
my baby-
grandchild for nothing. They used to love
Hey,
me.
look, I was a player back in the day anyway. So all day long, y'all, you just
Oh.
because you saw this little sweater, this and that, okay? I was killing them in 6th grade. I was
See what people don't understand. Prince stole my child. I had a suit with that.
mama, mama.
Carmelita Brown, where you at? Carmelita Brown, you remember this picture? Carmelita, because she was standing out there. She said, "Greg, smile." I said,
That
"No, I
was
don't
your
want to take the picture. I don't want to take the picture."
I don't think I ever smiled at you.
And
I think that's why I don't smile now.
And then I started dating a photographer at age 6. Yes, she was mine. I was managed.
Yes! Randy Watson! That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Terrible.
Good and terrible.
Ooh, boy, I'm glad I keep these things, man. Especially this one.
Oh.
Don't Live TV Live, y'all. We out. We'll
Peace.
see you guys tomorrow.
Good night.
Nah.